Hello guys, it's me, Janiac. Where today I'm sounding like I'm on drugs. I think the reason why I sound like that is because I went to see the silent movie! Which should be right here if I'm editing it. Or here. Whatever. So yeah, this is going to be a review. So, what's going to be in the content of this video? Well, first of all, I'm going to go over the brief of it, which will be a non-spoiler. Just a short non-spoiler. Then I'll be going into spoiler territory, which is the middle finger. Then, I'm going to the final verdict. So, we have 3 things here. So, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. So, let's go on to the brief, shall we? Oh yeah, and I'll also be putting a time stamp at the end of in the comments to the verdict. So, if you don't want spoilers, you can just go to the final verdict where there won't be any. But yeah, so brief first, so non-spoiler here. So, pretty much it's what you'd expect from the trailers, which is where Sonic goes to the real world, in our world, where he meets, and he's voiced by Ben Schwartz. Don't know if I'll bring up an image of him, probably, maybe, should do. Where he meets up with Tom Lazowski, or fucking something like that, who's played by Jim Marsden, and he's a cop in Green Hills, and they do a buddy cop relationship while being hunted by the relentless Dr. Robotnik, who is played by Jim Carrey. Fucking brilliant. So, yeah. So, now, spoilers! 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 So, first of all, what happens in the film is a quick little glimpse of Sonic and Robotnik doing a chase down San Francisco, and then he just gives us a quick narration and sends us back through time to where Sonic is a little kid. I'm assuming 5 years old, considering how old he is in the time of the film, where he is basically told to hide his powers, which he does the complete opposite because it's fucking Sonic. And then we meet Sonic's mentor, otherwise known as Longclaw, an owl, a female owl. Everyone thought it was Millie, you sexist bastards. But yeah, so basically, apparently Sonic is an orphan and has been raised by an owl. Yeah. But then Longclaw and Sonic are attacked in their huts by the Echidna tribe. I'm not kidding. The Echidnas are in this film. The fucking Knuckles clan. Oh, that was fucking amazing to watch. Like, you just saw them all charging at them, hunting them down. I'm guessing for Sonic's power, I thought they'd just massacreists and killing everyone in their path. But cause if they're going by the way of Sonic Adventure, where they try and get any power they can, and I'm going to assume that's what they're doing, so yeah, Sonic's power. So yeah, then Longclaw sends him to Earth to protect him, and then I'm assuming she dies, because she gets shot in the side with an arrow. 10 years later, Sonic is used to the planet. He has his own man cave, with a bunch of references like Hilltop, and the Sonic logo on his head. I'm probably not going to show half of these because I don't want to go through so much editing and looking for certain images. If I do, I will. But there again, there's also the problem of because I won't be doing a customizable thumbnail because I'm uploading on my phone. So yeah, don't want to throw too many things in. So he basically gets used to the Earth, but he's a really lonely. Like, he's all alone. He wants to meet people and talk to them, but he knows what he is, and he doesn't want to put anyone in danger. And it's quite really emotional. And there's one person who kind of knows like him, like kind of like a Bigfoot hunter or something like that. And he has an idea of what he is. He calls him the Blue Devil. And this is what I was on about a minute or two ago. He has his own little drawing, which is the Sonic design. The Sonic. Then there's Tom, who Sonic kind of messes with and calls him the Donut Lord because he eats donuts and talks to donuts. He has a donut on his cat. Then Sonic starts playing baseball with a bunch more references, and he realises that he will always be alone, and he starts to get really fucking really mad, sad, whatever you want to go. Because you know that blue energy we're seeing for all the trailers, that's him getting like fucking like Hulk mode. And whenever he gets to when he's about to burst, when it lets his emotions out, that just goes pow, and he goes into the giant EMP, which then the government pick up on, the Pentagon, and that's where they send in Jim Carrey Robotnik, and he's a dick. He's Jim Carrey, what do you expect though? Like, he does play Robotnik like Jim Carrey. I mean, it feels kind of weird. I mean, considering this isn't the Robotnik we're used to, but I mean, we are getting more Sonic films from lots of it, so you'll see what I mean soon. And shows off his badniks. That's what they're actually called, because in a later scene, there's in a truck he has a bunch of labels, and one of them is badniks. So yeah, it's official. That's what they're called in the film, badniks. So yeah, then he sends them out to look for Sonic because he's left his footprints around, which they scan because he has a hole in the bottom of one of his crappy little shoes, which he has his feet on. He has socks on, and they scan through the socks and see his shoes, and they realise he's not from this world. He's an alien. So then we end to track him down to Tom's house, where he's been hiding where he hides in the garage when he realises they're after him. And Tom finds him and shoots him in the leg before he's able to send. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this. When Sonic realises that they're after him, he realises that he's in danger and he should move to another world, which is a giant mushroom hills. I can't remember what the area was called. It was in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, he tries to go there, but Sonic shoots him in the leg just before he's able to send the ring. And he sees he sees Tom's shirt, which says San Francisco. And that's what he thinks of last. And when the ring lands, it basically opens up San Francisco. And when he lands, he drops the bag of rings which he has, which Lonkel gave him to. And it goes right through onto a building, and that explains some of the stuff that the clip's been saying. So yeah, that's the situation there. Then Robotnik appears at the house, looks for Sonic, finds some quills, insults Tom, and then gets punched by Tom. They go to this bar place where Tom tries to contact the sheriff. Sonic sees a party going on at the place, which is basically a bunch of bikers in it, and he decides to join in, get into the disguise, and then Tom finds out he's gone there and finds him, and then they start discussing. He tries to tell him basically about they mention about bucket lists, Tom does, and Sonic decides to make his own bucket list, which he realises he won't be able to do, but then he thinks, well, Tom reminds him, hey, we can do it here. So they start ticking off the bucket list by, like, riding bulls, playing darts, and all that stuff. And then Sonic starts a bar fight. What else? And because of this, a Quicksilver scene happens. I'm not kidding. Like, Sonic goes fucking... Time completely stops and Sonic starts moving at super speed. Well, not super speed, it's like... It does like a slow-mo run, which is kind of almost normal. What Quicksilver does in the films, well... Nice little music starts playing in the background. And the scene's really fucking funny. And he starts eating chili dogs. God, they added that in. And then... Once that happens, everyone gets conked out just about. With one guy getting a bear thing on the wall. I don't know. He's stuck on his head. It was fucking funny. But yeah, then they end up escaping with Robotnik soon appearing back there. And they basically find out where he's going, which is on the centre road. And he sends this really weird tank after them. Which, ignore that. I'm losing track because that, but yeah, they send the tank. Which is weird. Because it transforms into 4 different things. Well, they don't transform. 4 different things are inside of it. 3 different things. It's like, there's the tank, then there's a weird car thing, and then there's a unicycle robot, and then there's like a little... yeah. When Tom tells Sonic he wants to move out of Green Hills, Sonic again gets pissed off because he doesn't... because Sonic thinks of him as a hero, like a protector of that place. And when Tom wants to leave that place, he begins to think, you're just a selfish jerk and all that. You're the jerk lord. And then he starts getting that blue energy, and he fucking destroys the tank when he just goes into it and bloody blows it up. And then a bunch of other stuff happens. Then he gets a bomb stuck to his hand because of that little helicopter thing. And they try and mess around with it and they get it off, which through a hilarious scene. And he gets blown up. Not to pieces, he just gets sent backwards. And they think he's dead, so they send him to one of their... So Tom sends him to his girlfriend's house to try and help him stabilise him or whatever, medical stuff, I don't know. And he comes back to life. He don't come back to life, he was always alive, he wakes up after a sense stick and he goes, gotta go fast! He just jumps on it. And then basically Tom and I forgot the other girl's name. The girl's there and they basically have a talk like, why do you have this? And this girl, Giorgio, I remember that name because that's a fucking name of an anime, gives Sonic a new pair of shoes for seeing the problem with the old ones, which is basically the shoes he wears on the posters. They're really cool ones that I want. I want them and they won't build out. Why you wear shoes? Why? But yeah. He gives them, then they go to... Then they all... Sonic... Pretzel Lady, as Sonic calls them, and Tom go to the tower which the rings are on. Pick him up, and then he leaves. At the end of the film, I'm kidding. No. He's about to throw one of the rings, but the bandits turn up, and so does Robotnik with his new Eggmobile, as what everyone's calling it. I mean, it's pretty much the Eggmobile, which is powered by one of Sonic's wheels, which a lot of people wondered Many people wondered why, what that means. And it's basically unlimited energy, and it makes you go super fucking fast. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, Sonic does another one of those Quicksilver things after throwing his friends off a building. And he's going to press the button, and when he presses it, it goes fucking fast. Like, the same speed Sonic's going at the moment. And Sonic's surprised by it, so he drops all his rings, grabs one, and throws it where Tom and Pretzel Lady have fallen, and basically lands in a barn with some of the rings falling with them. And then they land on the floor, and he grabs one of the rings, and he starts calling him Eggman. Like, that's a constant thing throughout the rest of the film. Like, he never calls him Robotnik or anything like that. He calls him Eggman. And he picks up all the rings, and then they start the chase scene, which we've seen through all the trailers just about, where he runs through San Francisco, he runs through Paris a bit, the Great Wall of China, Egypt, then they end up at... I'm not entirely sure what the last place is. I'm not sure. I don't think it's ever really... I think it's Green Hill. It's just... It's just an area place was daylight and then it was night time in another scene. It's a bit weird, I don't know. Maybe all the time went by. Maybe they were chasing for like fucking decades. But yeah, then Sonic gets pretty much injured by a fall from a pyramid, which he falls through the ring, and he seems to be dead. And Sonic and Robotnik follows through the portal in a really menacing style. And he's about to finish Sonic, where then Tom comes in through he uses one of the rings that landed through the portal. He goes through the portal and starts messing with Robotnik's ship and punching him quite a few times. And then he basically starts going on a monologue, and then Tom's going on a bit of a monologue with all the people uniting behind him, including another cop that I haven't mentioned because he's pretty much like T.J. Miller in the Deadpool films. He's rather insignificant. And then there's the crazy guy it's not crazy, who believed in Sonic and the one who drew the Sonic. And basically he also and he basically calls, and Tom says that Sonic's his friend, which Sonic hears it, and he goes fucking mental, like blue lightning starts going everywhere. He literally goes through a 4 phase. And he's basically getting really powered up, and he absorbs almost all the energy from the quill that's powering Dr. Robotnik's ship. And then this was probably one of the most amazing scenes there. He starts bloody spin dashing a bloody thing, like bouncing off the walls, dodging the missiles, and he hits it quite a few times, like causing damage to the ship, and it's setting it fire a bit. And then he basically, I'm not leaving this planet, you are. And Tom throws one of the rings, thinking of the mushroom planet. He was thinking, Tom was planning on going. And Sonic does a final spin dash into Robotnik's ship, which does like fucking a massive amount of damage. Like everything starts to fall apart. The metal, the glass. It's kind of like what happens in the games. Like when you hit it starts exploding and all that. That's kind of what happened there, except it completely fell apart and smashed right through the portal and closed. And later on in the film, Tom and that was staying in Green Hill. The military give him a reward for keeping everything silent. And Sonic decides to remain with them in their house with a little man cave inside the attic. And it's a lovely scene. And then we cut to the Mushroom Planet where Robotnik basically has gone completely insane, talking to a head called Agent Stone, which is a character through the rest of the film we never see again after he gives Robotnik a latte. That's not a joke, it literally happens. And he says, "I'll be back home for Christmas." Because he has a quill and that, and he basically looks like Eggman now. He has the giant mustache, and he has a bit of a punch, not too much. He still looks slim, but he has a bit of a punch, and he's completely bald. And he sounds more like Eggman. He has the more deep voice, like I'm going. No, I can't do the voice. The way Mike Pollock sounds, like the one who does the longest running Eggman we've seen. And yes, I say Eggman because he does the Eggman voice, not Rob. And you can call him Robotnik, but in the games he's just called Eggman now. But yeah, I wonder if that's a hint. I'll be back. I mean, I doubt we're going to get another film so soon with Christmas time. It'll probably, but I don't know, I might be speculating too much here. They might be setting up a film for the Christmas after. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, unless they have the budget of fucking Disney, it's probably either going to be the Christmas after or the Christmas after that one. If I'm reading the right lines right, but then the film ends with the song "Speed Me Up," and in the post-credits scene, we have Tails! Fucking Tails! Ah, yes! They've got the Knuckles, why don't they got Tails? Like he has the fucking gadgets and the two tails and the fucking dolly. It sounds like he's got the same voice actor. Someone please give me info on if it is. I want to know if that's the same voice actor who does the actual Tails voice in the newer game. So that's the end of the spoiler there. I just took almost all the fucking card in my fucking storage. But yeah. So, the final verdict. What do I think? I'd say it was a very good film. It's very accurate to Sonic's it's a very accurate portrayal of Sonic that he's been through in the game. It's basically like what he is in the games. And that's what it is. Like, a lot of people are thinking, oh god, no, it's going to be like Mario Bros. Film. Well, no, it's very accurate to the Sonic games, just about. Like the rings, the spin dash attacks, the fucking... it feels like Sonic. And it's got... The acting's great. I mean, as I said, the Robotnik thing, it feels a bit weird, but it's a good portrayal. And the story's pretty good. I mean, it's simple, but it's good. So, my final verdict? 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. As I said, the only thing that kind of kept me back from it was the Robotnik thing. Like, he wasn't a bad acting, and I can get used to it, but it's just like I'm not gonna hold a grudge against the film. Like, it just kind of dampens it for me. But I will get used to it, and I'll see this as so. Apparently, if you see this, I checked out it. Don't replace the Robotnik with someone else. Keep Jim Carrey. I may feel a bit weird about this decision, but it is whatever design you want it to be. It's still the same character, and he does have time to grow, so that's why I'm saying don't replace him yet. There's always character growth, and he might change, so don't mind him. Don't mind him. I think you can see him in the background slightly. Can you? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. So, 9 out of 10. Fucking brilliant film. So, Jeff Fowler, you did a fucking amazing job making this film. You are a true Sonic fan. And to all the cast, well done. And to everyone watching this video, please go watch it. Not just, not for me, but for the people who made it. Sure, the original design was shit as fuck, but they really did a good job with this film. Like, I was fucking amazed. This was Sonic. This was Sonic. Like, if you ever wanted a Sonic movie that basically made Sonic, this is the one. And for an outfit, this will be our only one. We might be getting to trilogy, because I remember someone saying it might be trilogy. And there will be a sequel for Noxfit, because Tails is getting involved, and we have the Knuckles tribe. Robotnik now turning more into Robotnik, and saying he will be back. Not like Arnold style. But yeah, we have a lot to look forward to. And I'd say, like on my Twitter, as I said, the 5-year wait was worth it. Truly. So yeah. Thank you for watching this review. And, as I said, watch the film. So, bye y'all. Bye.
Together we can show the world what we can